Something like a podcast. This is episode 10 already.
Episode 10, yes. This is a big point for us.
It is
10 in.
Episode
10 in. And this one was going to be very interesting. I am the one, RM, by the way.
And I am the one, Aaron Swarm. You can follow us on Twitter at Aaron Swarm03.
And the one, RM. So I was just reading something, and we were talking about this off the air. This LeBron James thing. So apparently there was an NBA exec. Let's just say he was higher up. I think he was
with the Houston
Rockets. And there's something going on in Hong Kong, which I haven't done my total research on. But the exec was speaking out against the people who are protesting. He was speaking with them. The people protesting in Hong Kong.
He was going against the NBA, it sounds like a little bit.
Well, see, this is the thing. Hong Kong didn't like it.
Ooh.
China didn't like it. So doing a little research, the NBA makes $4 billion.
That's a lot of change.
Alone. So, being that this exec spoke out against it, they wanted him fired. China wanted him fired. So what they've done is they've canceled all the preseason games because I think at one point they were going over to China to play, preseason games.
Yes, they will.
And they were playing Chinese teams. Now, I've seen recently the Chinese teams were coming over here playing. So they're not playing any games. And apparently the games that are televised over in China, they're cutting that too. So they're trying to cut ties with the NBA in certain aspects. And LeBron James came out and said, this is very interesting. And then I'm going to get into something else, which is a lot deeper. LeBron James said something to the effect of, we all have freedom of speech, right?
Yes, we do.
But then he said something to the effect of, if you're not educated in a certain situation, you shouldn't speak on it.
He did say that. I remember seeing that interview. He did say something like that.
But then he's also saying something to the effect of, I guess it's more of a money grab for him because he doesn't want to offend
anybody else.
Well, that's what he's saying. He said, before you say something, you have to understand the fact that you might offend somebody. You might, piss some people off. But me personally, I don't think that's a reason not to say anything. You speak in truth, and if people are offended by it, then they're just going to have to be offended.
This podcast alone, what is it? Truth.
Yes.
It's nothing, guys.
No
nothing,
filler,
nothing
no
is fillers
BS,
here.
nothing.
This is no BS. This is
right.
Facts.
Absolutely.
We could definitely rub people the wrong way, which, we're just speaking the truth.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. Truth hurts.
Absolutely. So with him, a lot of people are outraged. They're saying, LeBron, why are you saying this? This is my thing. So a lot of people say they lost all respect for LeBron. So I'm like, okay, this is the same person that when he was in Miami and Trayvon Martin was killed, he spoke out against that. Or when, I forget the guy in New York, when the police had him in a chokehold and they killed him, he was wearing I Can't Breathe t-shirts. He's opened up a school for kids. He's done all this stuff. He's spoken out against Donald Trump. He's doing all this noble stuff, but then he says one thing that you don't like.
And let's just cut ties with this guy.
They don't like him anymore.
Wow.
So I just posted on Facebook, I spilled my heart out. I said, that's called being fickle. When you stand with somebody, LeBron, yes, you're the greatest. Yes, yes, yes. He says one bad thing. Oh, I can't stand him.
No, he's done. Cut ties with him. He had every right to say what he said.
Freedom of speech, just like
he just said that freedom of speech. He did not. He didn't offend nobody in the speech. So it depends on if you offend somebody. But he wasn't trying to. He was just speaking the truth.
He was speaking. See, this is what people are saying, though. They're saying that you speak the truth if it's not going to hurt your pockets. So they believe that if LeBron said something against China, does China make Nikes?
Yes.
Okay. So that's what they're saying. If he's speaking out against China, they might hit his pockets. So instead of his pockets being hit, he's going to say something that's not offensive.
But he was going around the bush, if you really think about it.
Beating around the bush.
He was beating around the bush, but he was not being dishonest. He was just watching what he was saying and watching what he was doing. So he did not offend nobody or offend nobody over in China.
Yeah.
Regardless of what people said here.
Yes. So that just led me to believe that a lot of people are like that. You see a lot of good celebrities. Kevin Hart is another one, in my opinion, where he tries to say the right things all the time. He
He's
doesn't
like-
want to offend anybody.
He's like this around the,
he's
around
like
the candlesticks.
walking on eggshells, and he always says something about I'm a brand. I'm a brand, so it's almost like, okay, if you like Chick-fil-A, Chick-fil-A comes out and says something about homosexuals. Are you going to still eat Chick-fil-A?
No, some
Okay.
people won't. But I know that there was some issues because the person in corporate that runs the company is a Christian, so he's against all that stuff.
Okay.
People probably gonna hate me for it, but I don't care. I still eat Chick-fil-A chicken regardless of what they say, just because of I like the food.
Okay.
Just like says like this right here. This is our brand right here that we're doing right now with this something like a podcast.
Yeah.
Well, we are honest about it, regardless of who likes it, who doesn't. I don't care.
Absolutely.
I don't care how many people like it or don't like it. If they're gonna listen to it because they want to listen to it. They're gonna listen to it even if they do hate it because they want to hear so they can bitch about it.
right. So they can pick it apart.
Exactly. Pick it. That doesn't matter because guess what? We get views at the end of the day, so I don't care.
But see, that's what they say. Sometimes your haters are your biggest fans.
That's what I'm saying. Hey, I like with this right here, like with that Chick-fil-A incident. People probably be like, "Oh, he eats Chick-fil-A," even though they came out say this. That's just noise to me. If it's good food, I'm going to eat it.
Okay, but I said that in the context of everybody. Certain people would just back up off of it. So let's say the Chick-fil-A. I don't know the CEO that well.
I don't know either.
Let's say he's done all this great stuff. He's given to charity. He's
That's
helped
what I'm
out
saying.
people. He's done all this, and he says one thing. You're just gonna. There's an adage. You don't.
That's
throw
called fake people.
Yes, and you don't throw the baby out with the bathwater.
No, you do
so
not.
So if you're a manager, and let's say you have an employee he works circles, but let's say every now and again he goes on the floor and might say something abrasive, or he has like an outburst. Are you going to fire him?
No, unless he has a meltdown. Would you
That's a little inside thing, but
would you get my point?
Yeah.
But let's say he had the meltdown, not on the floor. You still going to fire him because for one, he wasn't on the floor when he had the meltdown.
Yeah. But even if he did have a meltdown, let's say I've had this person employed for 5 years. He's done everything I asked him to. He comes in on his days off when I need him to. He busts his tail, and he has one meltdown on the floor.
I don't think they're not going to. They'll document, say, hey, probably talk to him, say, hey, you can't do this.
Yes, or to be more humane, pull him to the. Is everything okay?
Yeah. Oh, like they say, hey, like everything's all right. No, my
Something
mom
happened.
My mom is dying. This has happened. Something like that of that nature.
Right.
Then hopefully the company would definitely that he's working for would definitely back him up.
Well, see, that's the thing, and that's my whole thing about people and the
running these
people
companies.
they champion. Is like this, and I said at the end, I said when LeBron James. And I'm a Lakers fan, so I'm going to say when he wins another title, or if he does something noble, all these same people who
the fake people's going to come out and say,
come
oh my God, LeBron, you're the best. Oh my God, I want your autograph.
Yep, the same thing. But just a couple months ago,
you hated him.
So you couldn't stand him. But I don't know. That's just the way I feel. Is that if
he has a right to his opinion. Yeah, I give you.
He does.
He had a right to. He had entitled to his opinion. He said it. You don't like it. Who cares?
Yeah.
He doesn't care.
Yeah.
He said what he wanted to say. He said it. It's done. It's over. He doesn't care what you think or how you think.
But see, with me, what I said was I don't agree with what he said.
Then
but
that's different. That doesn't mean that you're going to back him.
Exactly.
People just come and say, I'm not going to back him.
Yeah.
Like I said, you might disagree with it. I might disagree with it. Saying that doesn't mean I'm going to lose respect for the man. Like other people did. Like I said, that's like a call. Fake people.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, with that situation, it is what it is. So, a lot of people ain't going to let it die. Because I saw it on Twitter because it was blowing up on Twitter. I'm like, seriously?
Yeah. And it's been blowing up on Facebook. But I just wanted to talk about that. But I wanted to get into something a little more interesting. So, logos. We see them every day.
Yes, we do.
But sometimes we don't know what we're looking at. And
we don't know what it means or what they're trying to do with that logo by marketing.
Yes. So I have a few logos here, and I'm going to start off very, very innocent, and then I'm going to get into some like, wow, oh shit.
Wow, oh shit stuff. Okay.
So I will post the pictures, so when you listen to this, you'll be able to see the pictures. But I have pictures here for Mr. Swarm to see.
Okay.
And I want his natural reaction. So, do you know anything about negative space? when it comes to art.
So it tells me that they're trying to get off something, but it's like something negative with that.
No, not so much. Like in the art term, let's say you draw a tree, but then you put pictures inside that tree from the negative space. So if you're drawing on a white canvas and you're drawing a black tree, you draw in a way that the white canvas is actually a picture too. So that's the first one I'm going to get into.
It's just like the handshakes when we had in the past episode.
What do you see when you see that?
Without looking at the text, I can see that it looks like somebody going golfing.
Right.
So like maybe something where you can go play golf, maybe a golf club, maybe where you can go mini golf, maybe. Okay.
Look a little closer. What else do you see?
It looks like a car's diameter when you like trying to speed up.
Okay, I see the RPM.
See the RPM right there. You do see that.
But we're talking about negative space, and it says Spartan, right?
Spartan, yeah.
Can you see a Spartan's head in that now?
No.
You don't. This is the nose.
Oh, that's the
nose. This is the helmet.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I see that.
You see it.
But it's just they don't have the rest of the helmet down here.
They don't.
No.
But see, this is two pictures in one. So it is supposed to be the golf club part. You see the guy with the golf, and I guess that's the power of his swing. But then the Spartan is actually the face.
Wow.
And they've used the white and the black negative space. So this is innocent. You see this. This is very creative.
Yeah, it is. I give that to them. I give them that creativity.
So I have one more.
Oh my gosh. So that's a Pittsburgh Zoo PPG aquarium. So that looks negative a little bit.
Okay, so
the way that the tree's formed up there, the way that it comes out looks like the tree's dying right there, the way that limb is coming down.
But what else do you see in this picture?
I see fallen boards, it looks like coming out the trees. Right here, whatever that is, like coming out.
Okay, but how many animals do you see in this picture?
2.
What is that?
The 2 boards that's flying up top.
Okay. Now look at the white space.
Like right over here.
What is that?
Something falling. It looks
That's a gorilla.
That's a gorilla?
What's that?
A shark?
That's a lion.
What?
Do you see him? That's the gorilla in the white.
They really didn't do the.
I can see it.
No, because you can people like me that.
Well, I've seen this before, so it's once you see it, you can't unsee it.
That's what I'm saying. I've seen it before. That's what I'm saying. It's like right here, you could tell that it looked like they didn't really try to make it look a little bit better. They could have. I know this. They don't have a lot of space still. So if you was doing something zoo like that, they could have done the logo so much different than what they did.
They did, but listen. Okay, so you have the 2 birds up top. On the left, when the listeners actually see this, on the left there's a gorilla face.
Yes,
you see it now.
Now to your listeners, I can definitely see it. If you really pay attention, guys, you could definitely see what RM is talking about right now.
And on the right, you see like lioness.
Yes, like off to the side, off to the left of that, you can definitely see.
And there's one more at the bottom. There's 2 fish.
I missed that.
There it is.
See, now, so that's what I'm saying. This is awesome. Like you get a chance. The logos speak to you if you really pay attention. Like right now, pick it apart.
But see, now I want to say this before I go any further. I want to say it was like 2011. Me and my brother, we were super nerds. We were always at the library. There was this one book I picked up, and it was about subliminal messages. Now, what got me? Now, I read the whole book. One thing stood out. It was a Marlboro. Hopefully, I'm saying that right with this urban accent. A Marlboro printout. It had a cowboy on a horse. When you look at it normally, okay, and the sky looked a little dark. When you look at it, first glance, you're like, okay, it's a cowboy on a horse. But when you read it, it says, look up in the clouds. They had skulls in the clouds.
Wow.
So the person reading it has skulls looking back at them, but they don't recognize it unless, they actually said it, and now you can pay attention that there's skulls in the cloud.
Because with the 24th century stuff now, if it doesn't grab our attention
we're right.
like that, we're not going to see it.
But see, that's my point. Like most of the time when you read, people really don't read magazines anymore.
No, that's so last year.
Yeah, but when they did, you read a magazine, you're just flipping through it. Yeah. You're not really paying too much close attention, but this book was designed for you to sit there and really pay attention to what. So that's why and I want to give a credit to Professor Griff, because he did a study, and I learned a lot of this from what he was studying, and I did my own research. So he always says you look into something and not at it. So if we were just to look at this picture, you might miss a lot of stuff.
I would miss a lot of stuff. Oh, yeah, that's just a logo of the Pittsburgh Zoo.
Yeah.
Next.
But like you said, when you look into
it and we pick it apart like we just did,
you can see.
That's the lion.
Yeah.
That's the gorilla. There's the fish. There's the birds up top.
Yeah.
Then you definitely know. But like I said, with now generations, with all this technology now, like you said, we don't read magazines anymore hardly, or But the thing is, with logos, if it doesn't grab our attention, we don't fool with it.
Right, you kind of just do away with it.
Yeah.
But after reading that book, and another thing the book said is, and I saw it in this last Joker movie. I think I saw it twice. What they used to do back in the day, very sinister, is you're watching a movie. So I guess back when movies were on reels, they're digital now, but when movies were on reels, they could slice up something and put it in the movie. So they might put a naked woman. Let's say you're watching a movie and you just see this flash on the screen. You might not pay too much attention to it. But if you have it on tape and you rewind it and pause it, if you pause it at the right moment and you see that flash, it's a flash of a naked woman. So they used to just put this in the movie just to fuck with you. So they're messing with your subconscious. It's subliminal messages. But we're going to move on, because this right here, it's just creative.
It is.
No harm.
No, it's no harm here, because that's really creative work right there.
Yeah.
To get people to come to the zoo.
Right.
Now this next one might be a little bit more dangerous or sinister. Let's see.
Not so much.
Wow.
So, what do you see in this?
A smile.
Okay, so you know this. You
yes,
see a smile.
I used to work for them. Yes.
Okay. What else do you see in it?
Like a so you get a smile.
Mm-hmm.
It looks.
What's that arrow for on the smile?
Pointing.
Yeah. So it's saying they have everything from A to Z.
Like Amazon, like.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's Amazon, but in the name, it's saying we have everything that you can think of from A to Z. Yeah.
That's pretty much what they're saying.
But that's creative.
It is, because cool. The thing is, if I out there, you listeners out there, I love Amazon.
I do too.
I love.
I should have stock in Amazon, because I get almost
I should have
all my stuff.
I love Amazon. Mm-hmm. I sit there. I'm just ordering my second iPhone 11 Pro Max case.
Okay.
It's coming in today, so if I won't get into, I get home after work. Rhino Shield. One of the, with that.
Okay.
Really, if like with you, they do make
Gorilla
it
Glass.
Yes.
I think ours is Gorilla Glass.
Yeah, whatever. But the thing is, you'll for Androids, they do have Rhino Shield. I recommend that one. But Amazon is a great distributor when it comes to that. I haven't had no issue with Amazon.
Okay.
Like we did, like we discussed.
Mm-hmm.
It was they have everything. So by looking at the picture, by me saying all this, by what we're seeing out there, guys, if you guys, everybody have seen the Amazon logo.
Yeah, they'll see it. I'm going to post it on
they'll
there.
definitely see it, but anybody would definitely see it. We get the arrow that's coming to the Z. Mm-hmm. Pretty much what all I'm saying is that means that they have everything.
From A to Z.
From A to Z.
And it's smile, so it's lighthearted too. Okay,
yeah, it is. It's bubbly.
Now this one I'm going to see if you can find it without me saying anything. What do you see in this picture? So, first of all, you're familiar with Baskin-Robbins, right?
Yes, I've seen it before.
What's their I guess, catchphrase?
Oh my gosh, yeah, you asked me too. Because I'm one of those ones that if it doesn't attract me, I don't pay attention.
Well,
I'm one of those ones.
I'll say this, and Baskin-Robbins isn't like a McDonald's or something.
No.
It's not big. It's kind of smaller scale. But Baskin-Robbins says they have 31 flavors. That's their tagline. We have 31 flavors.
That's it.
All right, so look at it again.
Oh, I see it. So to the audience out there, you guys would definitely see these when this is posted.
Yeah.
That it says 31 right inside the logo.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much saying that, hey, we only got 31 flavors.
Yeah. But again, this is great art.
It
so
is.
They're putting their tagline within the logo.
I never know with the logos. Like, guys, when you guys see this, you guys gonna think logos differently, because now I do. Because now, if you really you should pay attention to what's around you with these logos, because it tells a story.
It does.
And I just realized that today. I didn't know that the logos tell a story, because I'm one of those people that's in that group that's like, because if it doesn't catch my attention, if I don't see it immediately or I don't take time to pick it apart, I lose interest like that. I'm more of a like squirrel. Basically mentality.
I am too, but I'm going to say this: if it wasn't for that book I picked up, and if it wasn't for Professor Griff watching his studies, I wouldn't know this either.
Yeah, but
I mean, maybe this one if I look at it long enough, but I'm not even doing this any justice because there's so many. I couldn't put all of the logos that have hidden meanings in this podcast because this podcast will be 2.5 hours long.
It would, but the thing is that doesn't mean that we can.
Yeah, we're just opening up.
We can open it up because we can show more logos in the future episodes.
Right.
Because of it has a meaning.
Absolutely.
And I would like the audience to know about pay more attention to these meanings because of just like I said, there's a lot of people nowadays. It's like squirrel.
Yeah, their attention is
you really got to catch their attention.
You do.
And I think 0.30 seconds. Like there's not high attention span.
It's not. So this is going to be the end of the innocent ones, and now it's going to get a little more
sinister.
That's a good word.
Oh my God. I was going to talk about it, but we're not. Okay. let's start off.
Listen, I have a few pictures here that's really going to open up this here.
I know what you're talking about with that.
Okay. So this one's hard.
Yeah, this one's hard. Try not to say their name, okay? Unless we're going to say something good about them.
No, I'm going to say their name, and I'm posting this on the podcast, so they're going to see it.
I got you.
So, what can you see in this picture? This is hard.
It is. I'm just going to say that all the stuff that they do and all the stuff that they throw underneath the rug and they sweep it underneath there, especially when it comes to with the actors and especially directors and the execs of the company.
Right. So we already know the backstory.
We do.
But looking at this logo, can you see anything in here?
It's dull. Pretty much just saying let me see.
I'm just going to move along because trust me, you're probably not going to get it. It's tough. And I didn't get it until it's written out. So
Oh my God, I see it.
Yeah.
I see it.
So now you can see it because they've outlined it. And let's say you didn't see this bottom part and you were looking at this and someone said there's 3 6s in Walt Disney. You're making that up. Okay,
No.
So here's Mickey Mouse's face. Why did we didn't do that.
No,
this is Mickey Mouse's outline with 3 6s.
That should tell you right there that we all know what the stories in the past of what they have done.
Yeah.
That clarifies now. See, I didn't know that in Walt Disney, and now that you got your children watching those stuff. Yes, that's really sinister because like Ariam said, he's gonna post it, and it says by the W6 and by the I6 and by the P6
or the Y,
the Y.
Y6. There's 3 6s right in there,
and everybody knows what that stands for.
Yeah, that's the number of the beast.
It is, and that's not good.
Yeah, and this, like you said, this is it's supposed
to be a children's
company.
But they're trying to do adult things. But at the same time, is why are you that demonic? That's why I look at.
They're hiding this. So if I never showed you this, a lot of people go around and see this logo all the time.
But now since you showed me that, I wish I would have seen it because now it's guys.
Once you see it, you can't unsee it.
No,
now.
you can't. So for example, all you listeners, look at the Walt Disney's logo. Look at the W. Look at the I in Disney. And look at the Y in Disney, and you tell me what you see, because we're not making this up. This is in front of us.
They're going to see it. I'm posting this picture right here, so they'll see it. But
before you see that picture, post the logo without that, then post it with that to show them. But show them without it first and say, hey, see if they can see it.
Well, this is what I'm going to do. Just how I'm flipping through these pictures, that's how I'm going to post it. So when we talk about it, they're going to see it without this, and then when you see it, then I'm going to put it on there so they can see it. They'll see it the same time you see it.
Guys, what do you think about this? Our followers on Twitter and YouTube, I want you guys to leave a comment in the section to let us know what you think about this, and would you ever let your children watch Disney again. I'm gonna tweet something later once we release this tomorrow about that. Would you let your child watch Disney? I just want you guys to comment on it. I'm gonna tag RM in it. I want you guys to comment on it to give me your opinion on how you feel about this coming out.
So I'm going to say this though. So when you watch some of the content that Disney puts out, I will say some of it is innocent. You don't see too much in it. But then you'll see other cartoons like The Little Mermaid, and they did a blow up, and I guess there's this priest who's marrying someone and he's got a boner. Or well, it was something else.
It's not funny. It's just disgusting.
It was something else. No, this was Roger Rabbit, where I think there was a point where, what's her name? Jessica Rabbit?
Yes, she had big...
Yeah, but there was one point she was running, and then her dress lifted up.
Yes, I remember that. I remember that. Yeah, because I growing up watching that...
well, Roger Rabbit was more like an adult cartoon, I guess.
It was, because my grandfather liked it, so he let us watch it as kids, but I never thought too much of it, because you think Disney's innocent, but I'm telling you guys this now, that... I'm gonna be honest with you. I after seeing this and knowing what Disney does, I don't want my child to watch Disney at all, just because of what they're coming to.
Okay, so I'll say this, and it's no knock. It is a knock against Disney by them putting this in their logos, and whatever they're doing behind the scenes. But if they do come out with certain movies, and that's what I'm saying, they always say, like, if you're gonna let your kid watch something, make sure you're right there with them watching it.
It
doesn't matter if it's Disney. It doesn't matter if it's whatever company. You need to watch what your kid is watching. So when you see it, you can tell them, no, that's not right. Or you can pick it apart.
That's what I'm saying. So people out there, that's so a lot like I'm saying, a lot of all of the kids' movies or shows are innocent, but like he was saying, you should definitely watch the movie with your child. The way Disney's gone nowadays, and like I said, is you would definitely see those sixes in Walt Disney's logo. Yeah. So
we're gonna get to the next one. So
we're
gonna stay on Disney though.
We're not done.
Check this.
Yeah, guys, that's
what does that look like?
Listen,
a male part.
Yes.
And you see how they hit it in the picture.
Supposedly they didn't hit that because I picked it out immediately as soon as I saw it. So guys, I'm telling you, a lot of you guys that sees this podcast, that's going to see this, you're going to blow your shit. I'm just letting you know that, because of that's crazy what Disney does. And guess who's holding it?
Yeah.
Minnie Mouse.
But no, this is the thing. So they hid the penis in her dress. Now I've watched. So this is Mickey, and he's probably jerking that thing off. You know what I'm saying? But when it's the close up, it's a hand on a penis. Yeah. But when they go further back, it's just innocent. Minnie is hugging on Mickey. But I watched a video where this dude drew a penis first, and then drew a character around it. So there are a lot of cartoons where they hide like genitals in the cartoons. So they'll draw the genitals first, vaginas, penises, boobs, all this stuff, and then they turn it into a dog, or they'll turn it into, like horses or stuff like that.
And we never pay attention, like I said, because if we don't see it off the glance, we don't see it. But like I said, what this is bad. This is really, 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 really bad for Disney. This really is. Because knowing them, since they're such a juggernaut, they can ruin people's careers. They could definitely hide whatever they want and get away with it because they sweep it underneath the rug, like with that one director that supposedly was raping his actor, like boys. Okay. I was hearing about that. They swept that underneath the rug.
So I will say this: by us putting this online and us talking about this, just have your antennas up.
Yeah, just when you're watching Disney stuff, like I'm gonna be honest with you guys.
No, I'm saying it in a different context then.
Okay.
So I'm gonna use Professor Griff as an example. He is the Minister of Information. Again, a lot of this stuff that I've seen was from him. He's had his house burned down before. His phone's probably tapped. So this is what I'm saying, by people who put the true information. I didn't make this up. I didn't draw this.
No, we did not draw the skies. You're going to definitely see this. We're not like we said in the beginning. This podcast is no BS. This is all facts.
Right. But this is what I'm saying. Sometimes when you are the person who puts out the information, other people might come at you. But what I'm saying is, if they didn't draw this, then I couldn't post it. But we're going to move on.
Yes, we are. So
you got something else you want to add?
I got something else I do want to add.
Okay.
So going back to what I'm saying, growing up, I was a Disney fan.
Mm-hmm.
But with everything that's going out, like I said, with Disney directors, Disney execs having child pornography and stuff like that, I just stopped watching Disney altogether. I know the Lion King all animated series, animated movie just came out. I am not making Disney richer. That's just my opinion. I am not spending money to make Disney richer just because of all the nastiness that they're doing. Now, if somebody else like RM was going to go pay to go see somebody to go see a Disney movie, then hey, he said, hey, you want to come? Yeah, I'd love to come. That's the way that I'm going to see any more Disney stuff. I'm not trying to convince you guys to not watch Disney or pay you money to go to Disney. That's up to you. Yes. I just know I'm not spending my hard-earned money to Disney. I just want to just put that out there.
And I'll be honest, I'm not going to say that I won't, because I love the Marvel movies and Disney owns that. My whole thing is, but I'm going to say this. This really doesn't have a physical effect on your life. This is what I'm saying, because it's very subliminal. My whole thing is, know it, so when you go into a situation, or if someone doesn't know, let them know.
Educate them. That's what we're doing.
You have to look in this. Just don't watch something and just be like in a daze. No, analyze everything you look at.
Exactly. As a filmmaker myself, I like to pick everything apart and analyze. But like I said, I have not watched a lot of Disney stuff since, like I said, with all this filth, all this stuff that's been swept under the rug is coming out to the public, that I just stopped. Like I just said, I don't watch no more Disney stuff unless somebody else is going to go pay their money to go watch it and ask me to come along with them. That's the only way that I'm going to see any Disney. Like,
so you're not funding the company.
I don't want to fund them. But say I do like Marvel. Don't get me wrong.
I love Marvel.
I love Marvel, but I just can't get by it. And also, it's the same superheroes each time. They can't do something different.
Yeah,
it has to be a Spider-Man. It has to be a Superman.
Well, see, that's why I like the Joker, because the Joker had a different take on comic book movies. It was dark and it really had a true element to it. But watching.
And I know that Superman is DC. Sorry about that, guys.
It's not Marvel. It's all good. But watching the Marvel, and I've been on this train of looking into stuff and not at it for a long time now. So watching Marvel, I haven't seen anything like something like this.
But why are you putting it into kid stuff though? Put it into adults. Come on now, if you're doing adult movies, do it for adults. Don't do it for kids. Like when you guys see this picture, a lot of you moms out there, you soccer moms or just moms, is going to be like, what the hell? What is my kid seeing?
They're going to be in a rage.
Yeah, they're going to definitely, because it's like, you're seeing, it's like, really, you should, like I just said, if you want to do something like that, you want to be perverted, why are you letting kids see
But they've been doing this for long periods of time.
Even when I was growing up, I know when I was growing up, they was doing stuff like that. They're doing it now.
Yeah, and it's not just Disney. I mean, these are the pictures that I found, but you can go and find different companies putting sick, perverted stuff in their advertisements.
You can like, so I challenge you guys, if you guys want to look at this stuff, go ahead and look it up, like RM said.
Yeah, look it up.
It's just not only Disney.
It's not, and I'm about to show you why it's not only Disney. So on to the next.
Ooh, Monster Energy drink. So I wonder if that stands for masturbation. Hey, I'm just.
It doesn't. But this one is interesting, and then something that I didn't see, and I could be wrong, popped out too. So this right here is the interesting part.
Yeah, I see that.
Okay, so what does that look like? Because there's a few different things in this one.
Like a hand of the beast, or maybe it's, to me it looks like 333, which is another demonic number right there. That's like you don't want that.
Okay,
especially when it comes to ghost hunting, you don't want that.
Okay, but see, that's what I saw when I first saw this. Okay. It looks like claw marks.
Yeah, that's right.
And it's in the shape of an M for Monster Energy drink. But then I saw this O2, and it kind of looked like an I, but I might just be stretching that out. But let me show you what this really says. Can I blow this up?
Oh, another one.
See, now this is the Hebrew numerals. So they're hiding it with different numerals.
Guys, I'm telling you, when you see this, you're going to scratch your head and be like, why did I never seen this? Again, like we discussed, we don't pay attention like that. But like I said, there's another one with the 3 6s saying for the mark of the beast.
Yeah.
Nice.
Unleash the beast. We're going to keep it moving. Because we're at 35 minutes and this is going to spill into something else. So I have to finish this up. So I guess I have to push this back down. That's definitely not the last picture.
I know you probably had another one.
I do.
Let's see.
Give us a second right now.
Yeah, as we're looking it up. So like I said, I do want you guys to go ahead and comment. Like I said, I'm going to post it on Twitter. I might get RM to send me some of these pictures today.
Okay.
To go ahead and tweet on my Twitter. I want you guys to light it up. Let me know what you think. I'm not going to post the ones where you can see it yet. I'm just going to post the normal logos. I just want you to pick it apart and see if you can see what it says.
Absolutely. So I have it up, and this is the Taco Bell.
And Taco Bell, wow.
See, again, there's 3 6s. That's a 6. The purple is a 6. The light purple is a 6. And the dark purple is a 6. They're showing you. And then the bell is supposed to be the eye of the beast. So why are they hiding this in a fast food restaurant?
What do you think?
They could be putting anything in your food. So this is the funny thing about Taco Bell. Now, when I first found this out, this was maybe 3 years ago. And I remember talking to someone about, and I'm a paranoid person. I'm pretty paranoid. So I'm thinking people are listening to me through my phone and TV and all that, which they probably are. But it's funny that once I started talking about this, Taco Bell changed their logo.
Wow,
and it just seemed like just odd. Like, wow, I just started talking about this, and then they changed their whole logo. So the logo now is just a regular logo. I didn't see anything in it, but this was the one before that, and they're showing you this.
So that's, as I was saying, it sounds like to me out there now, like that's what we discussed in past episodes, that this whole world needs Jesus. Because you can definitely see with these logos out there. I know for you people out there that say, I'm not a believer. Mm-hmm. Well, I'm telling you, it's once that day comes, if you have read the Bible, it speaks. Hell speaks more on that than they talk about heaven, because hell is a real scary place. It's so dark you won't be able to see your own hand in front of your face. Mm-hmm. And to see something like that into these logos, into what the war's coming to, it's just like, really? So
for the person who doesn't believe, ask yourself this question. Why would they do this? What's their incentive by putting 3 6s in the logo? Are they just doing it to have fun?
No,
or is there a meaning behind it?
It has to be a meaning. It's a meaning behind it, because, like it says, especially the whole world is corrupt with stuff, and with the marking of the beast and the devil, all that. Because, like I said, in tribulations inside the Bible, the Antichrist is supposed to come back, and it's supposed to be a one world order.
Yeah, the new world order.
Yeah, well, then either you're gonna follow into that person's trap, into that beast trap, or you're gonna say, no, I'm for Jesus, and they're gonna execute you on the spot.
Well, see, a lot of people were talking about that a while ago, about like these chips now that are in your credit or debit cards or whatever. So that's supposed to be that mark of the beast. So correct me if I'm wrong, because I've studied this a long time ago. It'll come a time where you have to, if you're not taken up by the rapture, then you're here, hell on earth, where Satan is ruling.
Yes.
So you can abide by what he says and get this tattoo, stamp, chip, whatever it is, so you can get your water and your bread. Or you could die in 2 ways to get back to heaven.
Yeah, but
that's
God
starvation,
yes,
or get your head chopped off by Satan's axe.
Or like I said, but the thing is, if you follow him, like I said, God will give you one more opportunity if you left here on earth. If you're not like set up in the rapture.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. That's your opportunity.
Yes.
Your second chance is to starve yourself to death, because you're saying, no, I am not going to abide by what these satanic rules are. So I'm not going to get your chips, so I can't eat. So you're going to have to starve to death. Then that's your second chance, or you can just get your head chopped off by the axe. I don't know how true that is. Someone's going to have to do their research because, like I said, I think I read that a long time ago. But to your point, that is your second chance to.
That's what I'm saying. If you guys really since I've been trying to, we all got skeletons in the closet. Let's just not that. I am not perfect.
No one is.
Nobody.
Right.
I have had my limits with myself and my family. I need to.
Okay.
Everybody needs to fix themselves. But at the end of the day, I'm sitting back and I'm looking at the fact that, this whole world is going down to hell. The way look like these logos would definitely tell you how sick and perverted Disney is, how they'll put an Eye of the Beast into your fast food, and you put in the numbers that I can't stand numbers. I do not like the number 6 at all. I can tell you that. Yeah. I hate those numbers. I hate that number. To know that is happening, I've been knew this. I have accepted the fact once I start understanding that God is making another world for people that's going to follow His Son, Jesus, and obviously people that wants to follow the devil's going to be thrown into the lake of fire at the end of the day. That's not going to survive. So, again, I'm not trying to convince anybody here. I'm not trying to put everybody out there, but take a step back and look how this world is becoming. Look what the government, look what everything's going. I know we're getting into deep. I
don't want to cut you off, but that's going to spill into how I'm going to end it. So save that thought.
Save that.
Because that's definitely how I'm going to end this. What does that look like to you?
The whole, and you just listen. I'm just trying.
Okay, but first of all, you know who this is, right?
That's Michael Jackson.
Yes. Now he's a young boy, and on the outside, when you first hold on. Okay, so I'm gonna let you answer it. But on the outside, it looks innocent. Like okay, like I'm doing okay.
That means 6 in another 2. I think that's the beast.
You're ahead of the game.
I see it.
Okay, so we're looking at Michael Jackson, young. This is probably the early 70s.
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe mid 70s.
I don't know if you know who this is, but this is Eddie Murphy.
Oh my God.
He's doing it, and you know what this is?
That means the horns, right?
Yeah, that's the Baphomet sign, the devil's horns, the sign of the beast. So they're both throwing up demon, and these are 2 entertainers. And then we have
supposedly,
but you already figured it out, so that's what it is.
Yeah.
So these pictures that we just looked at of these people throwing up the okay sign,
supposed to be the like okay,
we're doing okay.
We're doing okay.
No, it's 666.
Yeah.
Let's keep going because we're at 42 minutes already. And this just shows
all these entertainers.
Now that's the Pope.
Wow. I'm shaking. I'm beyond
That's the Pope.
You guys would definitely.
Oprah Winfrey, Bill Clinton, Ronald Reagan, Eminem.
Guys, we're not making this stuff up.
They're going to see the picture.
They're going to see the picture. We're not making this up.
Picture. All of these entertainers.
Wow.
Lady Gaga.
Oh, but
Justin Bieber.
I know Lady Gaga's trying to get her life around. Hopefully that's facts.
You never, because these pictures, I know this Lady Gaga picture is old. So Johnny Depp. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. Again,
like we said, we're not perfect. There's a song out there by Jordan Felice it's called Not Too Far Gone, because you're not too far gone from Jesus, regardless of what you've done.
Yeah.
You just have to, that's one of the lyrics too. Well, you have to
repent,
you have to repent, but you can't do it. It's you can't
repent every 5 minutes.
Every 5 minutes,
have to mean it.
I said, I have my issues. I know I should definitely get some professional on because I'm not scared to say that I need professional help.
Okay, it's not wrong with that.
Just that I have my moments where I do it over and over and over and over, and I ask for forgiveness. Like, you can't keep doing that. I said, at least I'm man enough to own up to, hey, I know what's wrong. I got to fix it. But like I said, it's not about me. It's about these entertainers that we're supposed to be a figure, a public figure
they
for our
influence
community.
People look up to them, and then who knows what they're doing behind closed doors.
California as a whole is another different story, but it's the whole world.
Well, this guy right here, his name is something Levine. I don't know if you could see him, but
you can definitely see like satanic thing behind him. Yes,
but see, this is what I'm talking about. When we were talking about Aleister Crowley, he was the one who came up with this idea of Satanism and do as thou wilt and all this. And
I just realized something.
What's that?
Supernatural. If you guys, any fans that have seen the Supernatural show that went on for like 15 years, there was a demon in that show that was named Crowley.
Really?
And that just
they probably
going off of
Aleister Crowley. Yeah. And he came after him, and he's the one. I don't know if it was Crowley or him, but he was the one who popularized the sign of Baphomet, the one that we just looked at. But I think that's the last picture. This is the last picture. So what I wanted to get into after that, after we watched all of those pictures,
the innocent ones into the ones that I can't stand.
Okay, now you were just talking about something, and we're going to wrap up this episode with this. It's being born into a construct. When I was born, I'm going to use myself for a quick example, and then I want you, if you remember what you were saying, to kind of tail off of it. When I was born, not just me, when we're born into sin. A world we're born into sin, but we're born into a world that has been here for ages and ages and ages. Constructs that have been in place. These logos were here before we were born.
Yep.
Most of them. This ideology of Satanism has been here before we were born.
Even back in the 15th century, 14th centuries.
Being, what is it? These capitalist people who are all after money and fame and politicians and this was all here before we got here. So the idea, and this helps me out a lot sometimes when I overthink, is they say that Matrix is real. So there's a part in the Matrix where when Neo picks the pill, he wakes up in this like tub of goo and he's got this thing attached to his head. So he takes it, I don't know if it's his head or his throat, but whatever it is, this attaches itself from it. That's him actually detaching himself from this construct. And then he rushed down this tube and he's kind of born again. So now he's woke. He knows. He can see everything. He knows what's going on. He knows he's in this construct. So we were talking about not too long ago. Remember when I asked you if you were going to a Christmas party and everybody was wearing something, would you wear the same thing?
No, I wouldn't.
Yeah. But that's the idea. We're born into like follow everybody else.
Yeah, like pretty much with the way the world's going in there, say, hey, follow me. Mm-hmm. But you don't want to follow the world, right? Because the world is not doing too good.
And who's to say they won't follow you or they won't lead you straight to hell?
They will. I know, Pizza, that's your opinion. But if you stop and like, all I'm saying, you stop and you look back of all the stuff that's happening, what all the people are doing, mm-hmm. and how God is like, why think he's letting all this stuff happen into this world right here? You got all these natural disasters, you got all these hurricanes, you got all these earthquakes in other countries. You got all this happening. He's letting it happen. Mm-hmm. Okay, and let's get that straight. He's letting it happen because of we took God out of the whole world. He doesn't have a hand on us no more. Why would he?
Well, a lot of people believe that we are living hell on earth, and I think that's a little bit of a stretch because there are certain people.
It's only going to get worse.
But there are certain people who live in much worse conditions than we do. Like these third world countries mm-hmm. where they don't have clean water, and they don't have clean clothes, and they have to walk to go get fresh water. And sometimes it's genocide, and they go outside and they don't know if they're going to
live or die.
Exactly. But here we have, not saying we have the freshest water because we still have to use filters, but we have running water. You just flip the switch and water's on.
Yep.
We could sit down and watch whatever we want on TV, go pretty much wherever we want. We have cars. So we are in a better position.
Like just like I said, I'm not trying to disrespect. That's not my point. I'm not trying to disrespect anybody in these third world countries that mm-hmm. don't have money. That's not as like
privileged, I guess you could say.
Yeah, like we are. I'm not trying to offend them. I'm just saying, for as a whole, why stuff is going on. Because maybe again, you don't know how the leaders is running the countries. All the leaders that run these countries, it reflects on us. If you think about it,
it does. But see, this is what we're talking about. So if you're not detached from that matrix, then you're going to believe whatever's put in front of you.
Exactly.
So once you are in that woken state, you can see things. It's almost, I like to use this Peyton Manning idea. Like when Peyton Manning was like at his greatest, remember that, what was it? One of those Madden games where the quarterbacks would have this like vision, and like the third string quarterback, his vision might just be this narrow little, but when Peyton Manning's on he sees everything.
Exactly.
Like he just sees everything. And I think that's what people have to get to the point where you educate yourself enough that you could just see everything. The logos, the way people act, what the politicians are saying, but they're not really saying. That's going to be another subject. We're going to do a subject on double talk.
Yeah, we're going to do that as well. And also, like he's saying, going off the logos, if you don't, when it was, Minnie Mouse and Mickey Mouse, you think, oh, that's innocent. But when, like, the picture that I saw today, you could tell.
A blue penis.
Really, that's what it was, guys. I'm telling you, that was a blue penis, okay? It was coming off her dress. If you really zoom in, you can definitely see what we were seeing. Like I said, RM is going to drop it into the... But then after we done recording this, he's going to go ahead and send me a couple of them. I just want to, like, maybe 2 or 3 of them.
Okay.
And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to tweet it out there with today with him on it. I know you guys want.
Well, I'm gonna be honest. I want to surprise them.
Okay, so maybe
they have to catch this in the video.
All right, so we're catching the video.
Yeah.
So once they see it in the video,
then they can retweet it
let
out.
me rephrase that. Then he will definitely give it to me. I would tweet it out there and say, hey, if you want to know what happened, in the links down at the bottom to go ahead and heal the podcast.
Yeah, absolutely.
So with this, it's going to blow your mind. Like I said, I want you guys to comment on it and then go from there. But as I'm going to switch on, like I was saying earlier, the way that everybody's government is around this world, including ours, you can't, like he just said, a politician can't be honest.
He can't. But see, that's what I'm saying. And we will touch on this in a different episode when we talk about double talk, how you could say one thing and mean something totally different. But this is what I'm...
What we're getting at is...
to kind of close it up is like when you're born. When I was born, I was taught that Christopher Columbus discovered America.
That's not facts.
Okay. But see, we don't understand that until we get older.
Older, yeah.
I was taught that Santa Claus in one night would go around the world and deliver presents to kids. And you know how big the world is? So this is what we're taught, and we're taught like this is real. Like, no, you have to be good. If you're not, Santa Claus is going to leave a lump of coal
in your stockings.
Man, he never did.
No.
So I was, no shame in saying this, I was raised in a trailer park. We don't have chimneys. So my question was, well, how does Santa... Oh, yeah, he knocks on the door. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. That's why, and I learned it at an early age, Santa Claus, the Easter bunny. Like, people really think there's a bunny with a basket going around.
Oh, hey, kids, let me give you some candy.
So I'm going to say this. So watching another Dr. Phil clip, there was this woman on there, and she says she doesn't celebrate Christmas. And she was going really into depth. Like, it's a pagan holiday, and I don't even remember all the stuff she was saying, but she was dropping so many facts. The people in the audience had this look like, you bitch, what are you doing? So Dr. Phil said something like, well, you're ruining Christmas for the kids. He said, when you were a kid, you celebrated Christmas, right? She said, yeah. And he said, did you come out any different? She said, no. So he said, well, then why would you ruin it for your kids? And I'm with her. You can make up any holiday and not lie to your kids. You say, kids, this is I appreciate you day. I know. Okay. I'm not trying to cut you, but I know that we had a conversation where was Jesus really born on Christmas? The way I celebrate Christmas is the birth of Christ. That's how. And I don't care if I get anything. I don't want anything. It's not about. In my opinion, this is just my opinion. Is that it's not about getting or giving things. It's about being with your loved ones. Yes, I agree wholeheartedly. Or with your friends, if, like, for example, like if you have a friend that's like a brother to you, like a sister to you, that's brotherly love or sister love, or even with your own flesh and blood with your family. Absolutely. So be all, together like that. But I guess some people's families are like, well, we have disagreements. You're always going to disagree with the people that you love the most. Yeah, because it's a lot of passion behind it. It is. But the point is, like Thanksgiving, if you really knew the true history of Thanksgiving, you'd be like, that's a slaughter, like how they killed the Indians. But I agree with you in saying we don't have to celebrate the actual day, Thanksgiving. Call it whatever you want.
Yeah.
Just a day where you and your family can get together and celebrate, you know, your life, the company. But when you're lying to these kids and saying, you know, a lot of people don't know that Saint Nick it's pagan. Like these are like demonic images that they put this face on and make it like
Exactly.
it's innocent. Like we just saw the Walt Disney thing. They put an innocent face on it, but behind the scenes is something different.
And like I said, I think I don't know if this is, you know, God that's opened up my eyes, but I think I'm starting to notice stuff now than I didn't back then. Hey, I was like what he was saying, that person with the thing back of his head and was just following what everybody else was saying.
Yeah.
Then I finally took a step back and was like, there was something that really changed me. I was 15 years old. I'm gonna tell you guys. I was sleeping in my bedroom at my old house. I'm originally from Newark.
Okay.
And it felt so real. It felt like I left my body. It was actually in my own house. I went down into the basement. As I'm turning, there was the doorway. I'm trying to get you guys a picture of this. Well, the playroom is right through that door, but then off to the side is the laundry room. Right through that door, right there, on that threshold, you want to call it, there was two little girls, demon girls,
Wow.
with red eyes, fangs, and I'm sitting there like, and they're like maybe like 5 feet away from me. Or no. Actually, scratch that. 5 inches away from me, and I'm like, and then I'm sitting there, and I don't know what to do, and I'm scared, and I don't know what to do. I just told them to get the F out of my house, and I woke up, sweat building up, and it was just so realistic. It was 7 a.m. I didn't go back to sleep that day, but that's what changed my life. Just because of since that time, I have had no nightmares since.
Okay.
But I feel that had been a meaning behind why I had that dream.
I believe so too. And sometimes they say like true feelings or your subconscious awakens like during your dream. So it could have been something that you felt and didn't see physically. And then when you go to sleep, then you actually see it. So dream states really can, you know, tell
So
you
like I
a
said, I
lot.
do want you guys to leave a comment here on YouTube down there about the most scariest dream that you had. Let us know. If you want to give detail, you can. If not, you know, I just want to hear what you guys had, and I think all I wants to see it too. This, you know, see what you know,
absolutely.
to relate. You know, this is all relation here. You know, we love to definitely relate to you guys. Like I said, this podcast has been a blessing to go ahead and treat with you guys, just because of I love making a point. Him and I is the creator of it, and we just love doing it because of it shows. We give our opinions and actual true facts to back up what we're saying to help people out there. I'm just trying to help people out there. Know I'm just trying to do the same way, get people to open their eyes, and before it's too late. So, like I said, this podcast has really been a blessing. I've really had fun.
Yeah, and just to wrap it up, just know this is just my opinion. Like you were just saying, if I'm a father and I have kids, I'm not going to lie to them. I'm not going to tell them that Christmas, and I'll tell them the truth.
Santa Claus.
Yeah, I'll tell them the truth. And that doesn't mean that you have to deprive them of the holiday. You can just be truthful and still get them the presents. But like you said, it's not the holiday per se. It's the company that comes in.
Exactly. It's not about receiving or giving presents. It's about each other. Because the thing is, you get presents and stuff all year round if you think about it. Because when you have kids, what you do? You spoil them.
Yeah.
Oh, that's my baby. That's my babies. So you definitely they get presents all year round. So what's just one day?
But at the end of the day, I think the most important thing to a child is not Christmas, it's not Easter, it's not their birthdays, is that you were there teaching them.
Exactly.
And you were a positive influence, and they can carry that into their adult life.
Exactly. But on that note,
58 minutes. This has been a great episode. Episode 10.
This was up.
Yes, absolutely.
Blows your mind.
So episode 20, I'm working at. We're going to work on that already, so that's going to be another good one.
So 11 will come out next week like it's scheduled.
Yes.
And I want to say thank you to you guys, and peace out.
Peace out.